Namaskar. Just start off with a short kirtan. Bhavana Kevalam 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 Namaskar. Well, it's another honor to be here with you people and to share all the knowledge that are in our mind and head, you know. It was a beautiful lecture by Dada earlier, and such a powerful kirtan player in so many walks, you know, from old people's enjoyment to young people's need, you know. And kirtan can be used according to time, place, and person for almost everything. And the power is there as long as we can come more powerful into the dimension of the affirmation of the mantra. Love is the essence of everything. My guru, my Dada Karunananda, he gave me very often very simple explanation, maybe because I'm a simple man, I don't know. This is in 1972. I was searching for yoga and meditation because I was, before that, living by playing music or singing actually. And money came in, name and fame was there, you know. And it was for a while very joyful. But suddenly, due to the lifestyle of rock and roll dimension, I became so depressed and so paranoid in a way. So I started to go in the sidewalks. I didn't want to see people. And then Baba come in tough times. And for me, it was a very tough time. I needed a direction. Of course, Beatles and these people were looking towards the east, to get out of this party. And in that time, I went to the library to find a book about yoga. And I went to the main library in Oslo, in Norway, and I found one book about yoga, about, yogis that was flying in the air and walking on water, like occult power, but nothing really about yoga. So I'm thinking that was the time in 72, that was the situation. All my friends thought I became crazy, because I didn't want to live like the mainstream. And my mother was wondering if I had become crazy, because I was at home phoning, around to my friends. And I said namaskar before and after the telephone call. And she was wondering why I said Oscar before and after every telephone call. So everybody around me was thinking, oh, he's getting, out of track. But you see, evolution have been speeded up, even though we might not think about it. But today, there is so much information about yoga. There is if you say to anybody in the street, oh, I'm doing yoga, they will say, oh, me too. And meditation, mindfulness, and all these things, I tell you, maybe you think, oh, this is not the correct thing, this is not that, and this and that. But I tell you, the platform the people have today, and how Baba is giving the opportunity to the people in such a large scale to enter into to yoga and meditation. It's much better platform than when I started. Of course, capitalism and all these things are there, but the platform is so I can see, in a way, Baba is speeding up the evolution of the spirit. So now things are moving very fast, So internet is a time of speed. We think that, well, only the real thing is the best, Of course, it's the best thing is to be in big retreats and be in that strong, you can say, psychodrama that you can experience when you dance around the kirtan table. You can experience samskaras from the past coming up, from the carpet, under the carpet, and you can deal with it. And some people, sometime you can go around thinking that, well, essence or love is everything. Love is everywhere, or everything. But then, no, there's so much crudeness on this planet. It is naive to think like that, or something like that, because we are in the intellectual dimension. But at some points, individually or collectively, it's like we enter a kind of gateway into the spiritual dimension while dancing. And people jump, scream, cry. And the vibration is like... And my experience that it almost come sometimes in every retreat, if you go to Mother Karuna, if you go to Sweden Training Center in the Christmas Kirtan, if you go in proud global headquarters in Copenhagen, when the Kirtan is high, no matter which one of these retreats you are into, according to your traveling distance and things, you experience the same power when the cosmic self somehow is entering the stage. And I have experienced, in my opinion, that Kirtan is the most powerful medicine ever given to this planet. If we come closer to the meaning, you know, my God, how people, we are Stone Age Margis and Stone Age Achara in one way, don't misunderstand me. We are experiencing so much bliss. Can you imagine 100 years from now? Or whatever, you know, they will, you know, be able to live in a planet if Baba, I believe, you know, that he's speeding up the evolution, and he say, are we ready for a spiritual jump, you know? So the mind of the mainstream will be uplifted enormously, and then maybe some hard times also, but you know how it is. To burn samskara is a quite tough job. Brave people are doing that. So I feel we are a big movement, big flow of many good people in Ananda Marga. And Baba make the system so the external force cannot disturb us. We are moving silently. And I tell you, it is wonderful things happening. I have been in Russia sometimes now, because during the special sadhana time, Baba gave me a responsibility to do some kind of education in the Moscow region and so on, you know, and I thought it was impossible to go there because during that time it was Soviet. And even Baba said, yeah, I want to tear down Berlin Wall, you know, I want to, you know, Soviet will disappear or something. And we were going in prostration in Hanover, and I was thinking, my guru is a very positive man, but Berlin Wall and Soviet Union is so tight, it's so static. It can never change, never. I felt like that. And boom, like a miracle, it changed. So whatever Baba say, you know, it will happen. He's the guru of the gurus. He speed up the evolution, and we all know that his reforms in any walk of life, Neomanism, Proud, and all these things, and his hymns that he gives to the Sangha Chalvang, you know, we should not judge each other. We sit there with everybody have their samskaras to burn, and we should not let any of us lag behind. And we have samskaras to burn, all of us. I know it. I came in not like the brother of Cleopatra or the brother of Shiva. I came like a depressed, you know. So it's like I feel Baba is like our father. He's not a judgment. He's a guiding, loving person while we are burning our samskaras, which is a tough job. He's there to help us and to guide us, and he's not judging. And I feel that in many spiritual groups, you know, many of the members, they start to look at each other, not the bright side of each other, but they look, oh, this samskara, oh, that samskara, no, this samskara. And it is very not good, because mudslinging and backbiting, you know, it harm more than it helps. So the best is to know that to stick together, you know, on this march, this big flow, you know, is the best way. Baba was always inspiring, you know. I had some few meetings with him. My God, it's the best meeting I ever had. Such a vibration. I met many gurus, but that, you know, I met him sometimes in India, and it was amazing, you know, how much care. It was not like from the station down, you know. I met him personally in Patna, and the vibration was, my God. I was thinking that this man, he loves us all so much, all devotees, you know, so much. His heart, nothing can, you know, I didn't feel like he was, how are you, who are you, you know. I jumped into his lap, And we all was sitting around him crying, and he asked, where have you been? And all these things, just like a father. But the vibration in that room was so high that time and everything just disappeared. And the guards that was there, when Baba said in the end of the session, which was beautiful, we got all the answers of our questions. He asked, who wants prasad? And all these guards, my God, they came running towards the bed, was sitting down, and he gave them prasad, sweets, you know. So they said that they had to change guards very often. And I came into the prison director once, you know, and he told Baba stories you cannot imagine. Anyway, this is a story from, I think it was Copenhagen. Baba was coming to Europe, and maybe it was, you have to forgive me if I'm wrong, I don't remember so good, but it was in Copenhagen, I think. Transit, because he didn't enter. And then we were, for some reason, able to go in there and be in that meeting, or darshan, or what to call it, in this meeting for some hours, or what it was, I can't remember. And I was sitting there, you know, and Baba came, and he was not far away from me, maybe 3 meters or something. And I was enjoying, oh, this was after seeing me in India. Vibration was the same, my God, unbelievable. And then suddenly somebody knocked on my shoulder. And you know, in that time, there was not so many kirtan players today. You know, go to kirtan anywhere. So many good kirtan players. Oh, Joshna, Distada, you know, Lilamai, Sudhi, Cosmic Love in Russia, you know. So many good Gita, you know. Wow. So, but during that time, we were not so many. I was like kirtan, crazy kirtan. I learned all the kirtan somehow. And somebody knocked my, you know, hair. And I had the kind of inner policy that if somebody asked me to play kirtan, I would more or less do it all the time. Some of my friends, they said, no, if somebody asked me and I don't feel for it, I will not do, but I was saying yes all the time. So one Dada was hitting me here and he said, Vasudeva, yes, I said, can you play kirtan? In front of Baba, you know. It was unbelievable. I felt, yes, you know. I grabbed the guitar and I started to play a tune, you know. The guitar was auto-tuned, 2 strings was horrible. And it was very low tune, you know. And I started to play, you know, and I could not say, hey, stop, you know, I have to tune the guitar or something, but I was sitting there, you know. So I started to play, you know. I was red like a tomato in my face. I was sweating under my arms. I was feeling, my God, you know, in front of Baba, this is happening. But the people around me, the devotees, you know, many acharyas, you know, they were singing so powerfully because Baba was there, you know. So it became a very nice experience. But for me, for my ego, it became a nightmare. I was sweating. I was thinking, in front of Baba, you know. And I was struggling and fighting, trying to avoid touching the strings that was out of tune, you know. I was a little bit low, you know. I think, oh my God, it was like hell in front of Guru. And then the kirtan finished. And I was shame. I felt very much shame. And I looked towards, I don't know why, but I opened my eyes. And I looked towards Baba. And Baba looked towards me with such a beautiful eyes, you know. So much compassion. So much love, you know. And he said, very good. And for me, you know, it was like, maybe he said very good because my ego was totally clashed. In 15 minutes he fixed it so much, so, you know. Or maybe it was because I always said yes to the kirtan. But whatever it was, mine was cured, you know. It was clean just by him saying very good and smiling like a father, you know. And I felt, no matter if the guitar is a little bit out of tune, no matter, go on, go ahead, you know. Kirtan is a powerful medicine. So I can try to sing the song, the kirtan, from that time as it was, you know, because it has been changed, I think, many times after this. I mean, this is in the early 80s. You know, as I understood, Baba is now also talking about, he said, as far as I understood, he said, I will speed up the evolution. And he asked devotees, you know, are you ready for a jump? And when I think about it, you know, it is somehow with this corona thing and things, everything is a little bit shaking. Like I thought that, you know, when this Soviet things and the Berlin Wall, you know, it was impossible, you know, it was so static, so, you know, tight, but whoosh, like a wind, you know. And then I was thinking now that, you know, everything has been in a way moving in the same direction, you know. The rich become richer, the poor remain poor, and all this stuff. And you know, we become more and more people, and it looks like, because all Baba's reforms is deadly needed on this planet, without a more progressive utilization theory, you know. this world with so many unnecessary suffering. And it is a target for us, and neo-humanistic education, my God, such a beautiful things. So it's very important, his reforms, and all the hymns, you know, as I told with the Sangachalvang, the spirit of Sangachalvang, let's stick together, you know. Don't think about that if I have 100 more samskara than you know, you will see maybe tomorrow who has most, you know, and I don't know. But everything Baba made, he did with the spirit of welfare. So I'm thinking that if we can use now internet with Kirtana, you know, just like I see in I've been in Russia some time, and I can see there that Dada Sadhananda with his team, you know, they make so many minds changing due to his program on internet, these steps, you know, meditation steps. And it is changing the mind of the people. The power of the internet, you know, it can even manipulate the election of USA. So this is the time of speed. I think, of course, it's better to, when it's, you know, normal times, you know, but both things are needed. We need to move with the time of speed. And maybe this kirtan is touching a lot of, the kirtan that you present are touching a lot of people that they could never touch without internet. So it is a very powerful tool. Kirtan is a very powerful tool we have in our hands, you know, given by Baba. And we are heading towards a jump. It means maybe that people, the mainstream, just like with yoga now, you know, the mainstream will understand more. And Baba come from within. Ananda Marga, as we know, it is just like a small things compared to a cosmic, you know, change of this planet for the best for all of us. Without these changes, we will face a very difficult, impossible future. And we should, by all spirit, wish the best for our friends and neighbors and everyone, you know. And I feel soon Annamarga also will become one. It is one, you know, in the spirit, but, you know, as the, you know, the structural side is good people everywhere. So we have to go on, you know, and I'm very thankful for, I will listen to the workshops later on, you know, and there are, I was in the training center in Sweden once, and I heard the workshop on the Ra and the Kirtan tradition from Joshna. Very, very interesting, you know, that we can learn how to do it, like Dada also was telling, you know, more and more powerfully, technically, but also, of course, we will come closer and closer to the intention, to the ideation. And then, my God, you know, if you dance half an hour and you feel I love you, and you come so close to love, you know, that you don't know what is what. How can you hate anyone after that, you know? How can you, it leads you into the spiritual welfare. So it's beautiful things Baba have given. I play them maybe a little bit lower now than normal usually, but you have to just put on the capo. I don't know if you can see the chords, but I have some problem here. Baba Nam Kevala, Baba Nam Baba Nam Kevala, 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 Baba Nam sorry, Kevala, Baba Nam 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 Kevala. You know, recently, because during the special sadhana time, Baba asked me if I could help with education in Moscow region and Oslo region, but it's a different story. But Moscow region, I said yes, you know, and I didn't find it possible because it was Soviet time. And then I joined one Dada to Soviet. It was Leningrad, today St. Petersburg. And it was amazing feeling. And I felt I have nothing to give here, but Baba gave me so much, you know, because it was very inspiring how they were struggling in a very rigid, you know, system. And how Baba helped when you were out of your comfort zone. It was amazing. Things became so much stronger. And I remember there, you know, it was like an Orthodox priest, it was Buddhist, it was Hare Krishna people, and many different people, and they were all a part of the, you can say, the opposition to the Communist Party. And we were singing Hare Krishna, and we were singing, and we heard that some deity was tortured in Siberia, somewhere. It was very risky to be there. But we started to play kirtan, and my God, it took off. You know, I thought now KGB will come because this is so powerful. The whole floor was, you know, and this priest, he was crying. He's singing Bhava Keva, and the Hare Krishna people was jumping with these drums, singing Hare Krishna, Nai Bhava Kevalam. And it became very powerful experience. So kirtan, when it's risky time, do kirtan, and so on. And now, recently, we were also, last summer, we were invited to Siberia to Ananda Shivani, this mosque unit into the forest outside of Brno, and somehow near to this anyway, this big town there. I can't remember now. But anyway, you know, the full of LFTs, you know, and Margis that was arranging this, and their what is called their me in English, you know, but how they presented this was that spirituality is not boring, it's not gray, it's full of color, full of joy. And why wait for the people? Let's go to the people, you know. And you know, 1,000 people came to an Rava festival, and workshops, big stage, you know, and a lot of things going on. And can you imagine, the Margis made food for 1,000 people 3 times a day, you know? My God, it was a big arrangement, and it was so powerful. We're singing a song, this we are now we are we all are here. And when you hear 1,000 Russians sing like that, you know, we are, no matter what we believe in, we are all here, you know, and we have to fix it together, you know. So the spirit of Adasha there became so strong, and you could hear kirtan in all the corners of the camp, you know, from non-Margis, from Margis, you know, and the vibration, I could not see any clash. I only saw smiling faces, you know, people helping each other. If you get the chance, go to Russia to experience these things there, you know. It is a kind of very strong change there, and things are happening through internet. So what you are doing now, you know, are presenting things on internet, very powerful tools. And kirtan doesn't stop with the, you know, brain here. It goes out, you know, to all the corners of the universe. It goes out. I don't know about what to tell like this, you know. I understand that in the future, when 100, maybe 200, 1,000 people enter this door of the divine dimension, you know, at once, my God, you know, the vibration is just like the vibration was when we met Baba, when he was in his physical body. So powerful, so powerful. And now I will tell you a story. I will tell you a story about kirtan, the power of kirtan, because you can talk with Baba every day, you know, and use your fantasy, use everything, you know. And of course, Baba, the cosmic self, or Purusha, is somehow different, is presenting himself very personally to each one of us. So of course, my experience is mine experience, your experience is your experience. We all have connection, you know, and we feel it in different way, we experience it in different way, you know. So use everything to keep your way of thinking, the connection, more and more alive, and fall in love more and more. This was from Denmark in the old days. Dhruvananda was there. I remember I was working with him, with his lyrics, and I put melody on his songs, you know. And then, but that retreat was very strange, because many complain about that the kirtan was not up to standard, and the food was not the best, you know. You know, many people were complaining. And then we were on the way to Göteborg after retreat, and we had 3 children in the back of the car and was driving. and me and Ladini, my wife, started to talk a little bit negative, but you know, the kirtan was not, we got this negative microwave I connected to it, you know. And then what happened? The light went off the car and the engine stopped. And it was very strange because it was like somebody was communicating with us just when we said these stupid things. The car stopped, you know. And then we were talking a little bit, you know, maybe we should be careful what we are saying. And then we were driving again, and after a while, you know, we entered into the same conversation, you know, the kirtan was not so good, maybe, you know, blah, 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 you know. And what happened? Light went off second time. And the engine stopped, and we were thinking, my God, and I got this feeling from Baba, you know, oh, you are not happy with the food I gave you. You're not happy with the kirtan I gave you. And I felt, you know, the teaching behind it is that it's not the question of going outside of the whole thing, complaining. The art is how to dive in and help and support whatever is there, you know. It's like, I felt like everything that happened in a retreat, you know, or convention or something like that is gifts from the divine, you know, from Baba. So we have to be careful with what we are thinking because it might connect it to our own samskaras. So it was for me a very good teaching that Baba gave, you know. And every meeting, you know how it is when we have a Baba dream, when we have a time we can feel his presence, his nearness. You can always feel it's the same. It is the Guru. And I met many Gurus, you know, we went to Rishikesh with Gita, you know, and there was a master there, you know, and they were singing, you know, and there was many people there, and suddenly there's this song, they start to sing this. It was Baba Nam Kevalam, 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 Baba Nam Kevalam. So it was from another group, and this guru there, you know, which I think Gita have been there sometimes singing kirtan, so it's spreading, you know, you cannot control, it's going on all direction. Baba is, you know, making it float, not only inside of our group, but outside, you know. And he said, you know, about Baba, about, you know, a guru is the force that guides you from darkness to light. And if it comes in the form of a human being, it's pure mercy. And he looked at us, and I felt Baba was dancing in the, you know, in the air there or something, you know. It was so beautiful. And it's amazing how much kirtan can change in us in different ways. And I hope soon we will be experiencing a jump. It's a mental jump. And Baba told that, of course, it will be a jump. So people will have to accelerate the burning of samskaras, but that's the only way to freedom. That's the only way for this planet to survive. And maybe it will be very painful for some people. And maybe that's why Baba said, because also we have gone through a burning process, and Baba has been following us, and he said, I see my children is crying today, but without them crying today, who will dry the tears tomorrow? So I feel it's hard work to burn samskaras. It's the brave ones that dare to do that, because to accelerate the burning by doing proper sadhana and all these things is not a joke. It is a graceful thing, but this is a work. It is a job, graceful job, you can say, and sometimes it is hard to face things from far behind. And of course we are on an eternal journey. We are not on you can say one life journey. We are on an eternal journey. So how much we can clean ourselves and move towards the essence of ourselves, the Purusha inside. Baba is helping us all the way home, And I mean, all the experience I had, it's nothing compared to many of the acharyas, my God, they walked around Baba in physical form, so much, and they had got so much from him. And the small points I was there, to see him. And it was amazing. Can you imagine the prison director? He told me one day in his office, one day he came towards Baba's cell. And it was like a cell, but it was a door, and outside was like a garden, and the door was in a way open. So he came to Baba's cell, he felt something was wrong. And then Baba was not there. So then he was worried, because Baba was a very special, he went very strongly against the caste system and upstairs and downstairs and all these, sentiments. Everybody's children. There is only one God. And that God is not a judgment. That God is a loving Father. So he saw suddenly a light coming from the sky, And the light came closer and closer, and he entered the door and he landed on Baba's bed. And Baba said to him, this is the prison director telling me, Baba said to him, never come to me in the night. I'm a very busy man. So it was mind-blowing, to hear this from the prison director. And he told more stories, my God, the far out stories about people going out of the prison, visiting the wife and coming back, and it was real, and Baba was, that's a big story. Anyway, I would like to sing a kirtan for Russia. I love Russia. I love Moscow. Beautiful. Go there. The Margis there. How they sing kirtan. It's amazing. It's a very powerful thing to experience that. And how they are to each other, it's like a big family, because they have experienced something in the past, less individualistic than us maybe. But it is a good experience to go there. And I wish the best for this workshop, because kirtan is so important. And we have so many powerful kirtan players. And it's inspiring to be in the Proud Convention in Denmark, Baba's Global Proud headquarters. And he said revolution will come from the north. And when I think about it, you know, Denmark is a very liberal country. If you say good things, I mean, it's also under capitalistic concepts and thing, but if you say good things, you know, and do the same as Tavasadna in a pragmatic way, you can change the mind of the people. And the revolution maybe mean just like before we had to put up posters and rent the library to have a lecture, maybe 20 people come, you know. Revolution in the old way of thinking is blood and all these things. Maybe it's a time of speed. Maybe it happened more by changing the mind of people through internet. So this is a song that was or kirtan that was inspired by Russia, and Denmark, they are working hard, Germany working hard, Italy, everywhere people are working hard. Same Baba on the puja table, same kirtana, same everything, you know. And we are heading towards one human society, and we have to stick together, you know, Sangha Chavang, and we will find a way. Namaskar to the Marquis of Russia and for the Marquis everywhere. And I look forward to hear the satsang of Joshna. Baba Nam Kevala, 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 Baba Nam Kevala. I just want to end with something, you know, in the cell with Baba, you know. I said something, I don't know why, it just came through me, the vibration between the people that was there was so high, so beyond time, place, and person. And I said, Baba? Hello, Baba? And he said, yes, my boy. May I sing a song for you? And he smiled at me and he said, how long time will it take? And I don't know why I answered like this. I said, Baba, it will take endless time. And he started to laugh, you know. And he laughed and laughed. It was such a laugh. The whole universe, the whole room was just laughter. And the guards was laughing. Everything was laughing there, you know. And then just before we went out again, you know, Baba said, who wants sweets? And all these guards and Baba, 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 and they came towards him. And he gave them sweets, you know. After fasting so long time, my God, such a powerful guru, so full of love, so full of nearness, so full of care, you know. So sing, dance in love, and you can be sure that miracles will happen with such a guru. My God. So, namaskar. Have to look the watch, Okay, one kirtan. Baba Nam Kevala, 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 Baba Nam Kevala.